Hai, Assalamualaikum. So we meet again in today's class. Today's class kita akan tengok chapter 3, tinggalkan lab. Yang previously kita dah buat lab kan. So tinggalkan lab, kita tengok chapter 3. Okay, untuk chapter 3 kali ini kita akan tengok apa ada dalam CPU. Kita akan tengok components of CPU, register, bus and clock. So microprocessor, or we call it CPU, we all ramai orang dah biasa dengan CPU ni. So kita akan tengok apa itu CPU. Okay, what is central processing unit? Interprets and carry out basic instruction that operates a computer. It controls the action, perform the calculation and manipulates the data. So CPU ni dia yang control action, dia yang buat calculation, dia yang buat manipulation of data tu. Dia juga dipanggil sebagai processor. With the advanced integrated circuit technology, the entire CPU of today reside in microchip. So miniature silicons found in computer, that is the heart of the computer. Right. So next is kita tengok apa yang komponen CPU ni. So CPU there is 4 component. So kita ada control unit, arithmetic logic unit, clock and register. Okay, so kita akan tengok control unit. So control unit, it directs the coordinate operation in computer, fetch instruction from the memory. It contains all the microprocessor know in what is called microprogramming, that contains the entire instruction set reside in an internal ROM. Okay. Okay, microprogram ni dia ada semua instruction set dan dia disimpan dekat dalam internal ROM. Okay. Dalam control unit juga kita ada instruction decoder. So instruction decoder is the process whereby the microprocessor interprets the bit pattern appearing in the instruction decoder register. The microprocessor knows how to add through the instruction set, but it does not know when or even what to add. Dia tak tahu bila dan apa untuk ditambahkan. Dia tahu dia kena tambah je. Right. So the word or instruction to add needs to be decoded or interpreted by instruction decoder. So instruction decoder ini membantulah microprocessor tu untuk tahu bila dan apa untuk ditambahkan. Right, and then kita tengok arithmetic logic unit, which is ALU. So CPU component that perform execution part of the machine cycle. Right. So dia ada 3 execution, 3 operation yang dia carry out selalunya. Right, so dia ada arithmetic, comparison and logic. So dalam arithmetic dia buat addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Comparison dia buat greater than, equal to or less than, logic and or not. Okay. Dan kita tengok register. Register, temporary storage area that holds data and instruction. So dalam register dia ada 2 jenis register, data register dan address register. Data register atau kita panggil general purpose register. So general purpose register ni used for variety operation as temporary storage area for data before processing. The number of general purpose register available depends on manufacturer designs. So different computer dia ada different numbers of general purpose register. Right. And then kita ada address register, specifically for addressing. Sebab nama dia pun dah nama address register kan. So dia memang specific untuk address sahajalah. When data is read from memory, the address of data must be placed on address bus. Kalau apa-apa kat mengingat address, kalau contohlah kita nak ambil data yang ada dalam memori, tempat simpan data tu, address dia kita akan letak dekat dalam address bus. Right. So include index, speech and stack register. Alright, and then kita tengok bus. Okay, bus, all of the CPU element are connected together in a bus structure. So a bus, parallel electrical line or path connecting a source to a destination, a common path used for specific exchange of data between various part of CPU. Okay, nama pun bus kan, dia punya konsep tu kalau awak nak faham dia sama macam public transport punya bus tu. Dia membantu untuk connectkan antara parts dalam CPU tu. Right, so ini contoh dia. Kita ada data register, kita ada address register. So kita ada bus, address bus, dan kita ada data bus. Dia yang menghubungkan dan dia yang dia bawa data tu pergi mana. Kita ada control unit kat sini, ada ALU, ada flex register. Okay. Right, and then kita tengok system clock. System clock generates precisely time electronic pulse, synchronize all computer operation. Each tick is a clock cycle that determines when the next machine cycle will occur. So dia ada MHZ 1 million ticks per second of system clock, theoretically capable of executing 1 million instruction per second. So dia boleh carry out 1 million instruction per second. Itu dia punya berapa tick per second. Tick tu maksudnya satu tick dia carry out satu operation, satu instruction, and then second tick dia buat second instruction, macam tu. So dia boleh carry out 1 million instruction per second. Okay, GHZ, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. So 1 billion ticks per second of system clock. So yang ini pula dia lebih besar dan dia boleh carry out 1 billion instruction per second. Okay, macam tu dia punya system clock ni. Right, so ini adalah system clock yang kita akan tengok kan. Okay, dia ada first fetch, second decodes, and then third step dia akan execute, and then dah bila execute dia akan store dekat fourth step. Right, so untuk first step dengan second step ni dia jatuh pada I time. Untuk third step dengan fourth step ni jatuh pada E time. So an instruction is fetched by control unit during instruction time I time. So dekat I time ni dia di carry out dekat dalam control unit. Control unit dia fetch dan dia decode kan, and then execute by ALU during execution time. So dekat sini ALU take over lepas tu. Okay, together both make up a single mission cycle and the process is repeated until the program is finished. So bila dia jadi 4 proses ni, 4 step ni, baru dia jadi satu machine cycle dan proses tu di repeat sampai program selesai. Okay, the clock drives the process by generating pulse at precise time interval. Okay, and then kita tengok ini kita tengok apa yang dibuat dekat dalam fetch, decode dan execute dan store. Okay, dalam fetch they obtain program instruction or data item from the memory, and then they translate instruction into command dalam decode, and then dekat execute they carry out the command, and then fourth write result to memory. Okay, right, so end of our slide. I'm hoping that you understand untuk kelas hari ni. Tak banyak pun benda yang nak carry out kan. So ada soalan sikit saya bagi untuk exercise. Make sure you send it. Okay, sebab saya memang kira attendance based on your exercise submission. Okay, thank you. Meet you again next time.